So I did a little on both the hollow body and semi-hollow body guitar, just for the fact that, I mean, if you guys don't know, one side's solid with the semi-hollow body and the other side is hollow, and the complete one's just completely hollow. But they operate pretty much the same way. So a little background is, it does have a sound box like an acoustic guitar, and as well as pickups because it's an electric. It became popular in the 1950s, and it's used for all sorts of music genres, such as blues, jazz, even indie rock. And so the sound box is meant to amplify the tone like an acoustic guitar, but then the pickups take over and can result in high gain amplification. And so the whole point of this guitar is to make it sound like an acoustic guitar, but you're able to play it like an electric. So some popular uses, I'm sure everyone's seen Back to the Future, and Michael J. Fox was jamming with and playing Johnny B. Good in it, and that's a complete hollow body. In the center, Tom DeLonge from Blink usually plays a semi-hollow body in almost every live show he does, and then famous B.B. King made that famous too back when he played. And so my main analysis information that I got for this presentation was from Dr. Russell at Kettering University, so right over in Flint, and he did the test on 4 different guitars. There's 2 solid bodies. One was normal shaped like a Strat, and the other one was kind of like an odd shape that like Van Halen would play. And then he did a semi-hollow body and an acoustic. So I'm going to focus on those 2, and he did modal analysis, so just different frequencies, measured it with an accelerometer on a specific point on it, and then on the guitar, and then just computer mapped it. And I'll go over that in a second. And so I'm going to focus on 2 modes, and the 2 modes are bending and breathing. And bending occurs when the top and bottom shafts, as you see, here's the acoustic, there's the semi, they operate pretty much the same way, just pickups. And this is when the top and bottom plates are in phase with each other when they're vibrating. So they're vibrating at the same time, and this usually occurs at lower frequencies, sometimes higher, but not as common because it's going to be, there's going to be short wavelengths at a higher frequency, right? So it's just going to be going nuts, and sometimes they interfere with each other. So this is when you really need the pickups to have, to make it sound like a full, like the full mid-range sound, because the during the bending mode, it's not the air between the cavity doesn't exhaust as hard as it was as a breathing would. So that's where the pickups really have to take over and make the mid-range full sound you're looking for. Now, the breathing mode is when the top and bottom plates are out of phase with each other. So that's when they're vibrating really fast, usually at higher frequencies, and they're kind of interfering with each other. So this is where air is being pushed inside and outside, and that's why the sound box really can make it sound like an acoustic guitar, but through an amplifier. So as you see, just great pressure changes is how that works, because the vibration is causing the air to move inside. Basically, I'm not going to get real technical, just understand why that happens. And so basically, the sound box is to create a mellow, full sound, and it's going to be mid-range because the high frequencies are going to be canceled out from the sound box. Right. And the only thing is resonance can occur within, and this can happen with acoustic, just usually plugging to an amp. It can occur because sometimes at certain frequencies they bounce around too much inside, and then it starts getting feedback and high gain amplification through the amp, so you just gotta watch out for that high volumes. And just for funsies, a couple examples you'll recognize. There's spotting. We're spotting top road. What? Top road keys. Yeah, so Johnny B. Good. That's Chuck Berry always playing it. And then you'll recognize this one too. This is a hot body guitar as well. No, we're just going to display that. It's usually it's pink. So you can feel the full sound. the mellow, but you can still put a little distortion on it if you want. And no need for that. It's just frequency. All right, that's it. Yeah, basic knowledge.
Anybody have questions?
Yeah, any questions?
Do you know if, for semi-hollow bodies, if humbuckers or single coils generally produce more feedback?
I would think the humbuckers would trigger more, but I'm not sure. I don't remember when I was doing it. I didn't think I really looked into the pickups.
I don't think pickup types would matter, because I think most of the, like, normally with the hub body guitars, they have problems with feedback because of the physical construction, not so much.
Yeah, right, that's
electronics.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
But I thought the humbucks were created because, like, when, like for example, Jimi Hendrix was playing the single pickups, that there was a certain type of
There's the 60 hertz hum.
yeah.
Yeah, humbuckers are, they just cancel out that hum, that's all.
What would that cost you back to amplify that?
It's just a different sound. Well, there's a bunch of stuff that goes into the guitar sound, but I guess we're like MIDI for them.
yeah.
Yeah, there's like a different frequency response when you have two pickups in series, and I guess was that magnetically in the phase? What I'm trying to say is
The second one's flipped.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
The main point of humbuckers is just to get rid of that 60 hertz hum that you hear, but it's also a side effect from that is you get a different sound because the frequency response is different.
Feedback can still occur no matter what. It's
Yeah,
right
yeah.
at the amp, and it's just gonna come out home.
Yeah, it
regardless.
won't really matter what kind of system you have.
Right, it's just basic controls. So, yes.
In a semi-hollow guitar, where physically in the guitar is it hollow?
Usually on the hollow part. Like, it's like, you know, how you see
Like
those.
at the base?
Yeah. It's the bass part is, you see, you know, okay, I'll just point it. See, it's, you know those, kind of like those holes that kind of look like S's on the guitars? That's the hole where it's hollow. So that's usually like, it's usually in the body of it, usually towards the bottom for semis. For like the Gibson 335, that's the typical one. Or you see the bigger ones that have both, it's just completely hollow inside.
Okay.
Not the body,
So are you saying the 335 is a full hollow body? Or is it?
No, it's
that
not.
looks the same?
yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.